Hi, my name's Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Ohayocon 2020 with Alejandro Saab. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good. Great words. I do this for a living.
So, how'd you get started in the world of entertainment?
Well, professionally, I pretty much dropped out of college. I don't recommend doing this. I was studying animation over at Savannah College of Art and Design, and I dropped out of college to pursue my acting dreams, and I moved to Dallas, Texas to work at Funimation, and I got an audition for a fairy tale. It was during the Tartarus arc, so...
2012, 2013?
No, it was 2015, November-ish, yeah. Okay. And I auditioned for a couple of characters, and the character I ended up with, I did not audition for at all, but they're like, yes. And this character essentially has no magic, but has a gun. So that's great. His name is Drake the Sniper, and that's how I pretty much got started, and from then on, it just kept going. Yeah.
Who was the casting director on that at the time?
At the time, that was Tyler Walker.
I thought it was Tyler. It sounded like him. I talked to him from time to time on Twitter. Yeah. So a fun little show you got to work on with fellow guest Damon Mills was Namika. You know, on top of that, I've talked to Aaron about it, and I actually own it. I've watched it. I loved it. I love all four of you boys, and of course Ian and Marissa is always funny as the. Yeah. So it was a really, really funny cast, and I loved it so much. And I know that a lot of fans also love it. What was it like working on that?
It was super fun. It was possibly the weirdest directions I've gotten in any show thus far. The only one that has ever beaten Aaron Dismuke in weird directions is probably Amberly Connors. But Namika was really cool because I had been working with Aaron for, I want to say, like 10 weeks prior on Cheer Boys, which was a male cheerleading anime. And I remember he sent out these auditions, and I did them in my hotel room because I was out of town. And then when I finished Cheer Boys, the last day I was like, well, that's it, Aaron. You don't have to put up with me for ever again. And he's like, I think I'm willing to put up with you for another 12 weeks. And I was like, yeah.
The AT&T Rooster Teeth show, Nomad to Nowhere. How was it like working on that?
I absolutely love Nomad of Nowhere. It's actually one of my favorite Rooster Teeth shows. Yes, biased, of course, but I've been a Rooster Teeth fan since 2007.
Well, it's 2003 was the original founding.
No. I probably got into it around season 3 or 4 of Red vs. Blue. So it was around 2006, 2007, something like that. But I've been watching since then, and I remember I couldn't find a way or afford it, so it was a lot of like Google Video when that was still a thing. Yeah, but I've been a huge fan of Rooster Teeth since, and the fact that I got to be a Nomad of Nowhere. It was like, normally when you're an actor, they tell you, oh, never get attached to a role that you audition for because you're just going to be disappointed, you're just going to be upset. I ended up getting the part, and I was really happy about it, and Red Manuel is like one of my favorites, and I'm just upset that there's no sign of season 2 yet, so, yeah, like, I mean, Genlock is cool, I guess.
Monica's cool.
Yeah, look, Monica's great. Didn't she die?
I haven't watched Genlock.
I'm pretty sure they killed off David Tennant, and I'm like, what? Why? So I'm just like, Genlock's cool. But y'all know Nomad of Nowhere is like, has a way better story, in my opinion. That's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Nomad of Nowhere, and I wish they would do a season 2.
Again, there's a lot going on over that studio. So now you are also now working on a show that John, our producer, loves. It's called Cardcaptor Clear Card. Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card. Caitlin would kill me if I don't say the whole name. How's it like working on it, also being directed by Caitlin Glass?
It's a real blast. Funny enough, going back to Nomad, Caitlin was a really big fan of Red Manuel, so I was really happy to be working with Caitlin. I think this was like the first time I properly got to work with Caitlin. Like, I had done bits for her, and I had done like everything, little things here and there. But doing Cardcaptor, I wasn't sure what I was going to do because, like, I had heard that I was like, oh, the main cast. I have no idea who I'm going to be in this. Maybe a bit or something. And then it's like, oh, you're going to be this little guy that tells tall tales. And I was like, oh, yes. I had so much fun with Cardcaptor. And I remember for a while, whenever people would ask me to sign stuff with him, I was like, I'd always start the autograph with, "Speaking of which," and then I'd just go on a tyrant of some made-up crap that I could think of on the spot. But now I just fill the void whenever someone gives me a death note and write down how specifically I'm going to die. So that's how I fill the void until someone else has me sign something Cardcaptor clear card.
Alrighty, now a big hit for you within the last few years is also working My Hero Academia. How's it been working on that? And now that there's now a 4th season and the second movie just got announced for February, how's that going?
I'm really excited. So my character in My Hero Academia is like that guy that'll be like, just shows up once a year to the Christmas party and he's like, "Hey guys, it's me. Remember? I'm the guy. I'm All Might's friend." But it's been a blast. I've been a huge fan of My Hero since I think like chapter 10 of the manga. So when I heard that Funimation was getting the license for it, I was really excited. And I remember I was like, "Yo, who can I talk to audition for the show?" So I auditioned, and I remember Colleen cast me, and she's like, "Hey Alejandro, so congratulations, you're My Hero. So I chose you as this character because you have a very hero voice, but not superhero voice." And a lot of people would take that as an insult, but I was like, you know what, I'll take it. I love it. I don't care. I get to be this guy. No, not even a job. The fact that I got to be in My Hero was such a blessing that I was like, hell yeah. And there's a spin-off series called Vigilantes, and Tsukauchi's so much more important in that. So me and Colleen have this little banter every now and then where she knows how much I'm waiting for a Vigilante series. So recently I made a post about, like, it's been 4 years and people still don't realize that I'm in My Hero Academia, and I post a picture of Tsukauchi, and Colleen responds with a gif of someone hyperventilating, and the caption is Alejandro Saab waiting for Vigilantes the anime. And I'm like, why do you hurt me? Because you know it's true. It's just so true. But I'm really excited. I'm really pumped for the movie. God, I'm just so excited, especially with season 4. Season 4 looks so cool, and yeah, no, I'm just geeking out.
Didn't an episode air today that you were like having a really good time with?
Yeah, so an episode aired today that I was like, so I've read the manga, and I was like, man, because for the Lemillion episode, a lot of people were a little bit disappointed because of the way the animation was handled. Yeah. And with this episode, a lot of people were like, all right, this is the one. If you don't do this right, you're doing it wrong. And they did stellar. It was fantastic. Like, I was tearing up, and I was like, oh my God, my boy. And I know that next week is going to hurt, and I'm going to cry.
Alrighty, now, sorry. You've worked with pretty much most of your recording studios here in the United States between California and Texas. What is it? How do you manage all of that?
I don't. Well, when it comes to Funimation and so I now live in LA, and I've been doing a lot more work over there, and my schedule's getting a little bit kind of crazy, but thankfully with Funimation they now have this thing called Source Connect, which is essentially recording remotely. So Funimation, and I'm not too worried about it. The times that I do have to worry is when I have to go to Houston to record at Sentai Filmworks for like, yeah, like I've recorded Food Wars and Saint Seiya, and Haikyuu. Like when I record those shows or go back for like 7 Seeds as well, I have to schedule out some time. Thankfully, Sentai, the way that we record is like we just record a bunch of episodes in one day. So like I'm there like maybe at most, I want to say like 2, maybe 3 days out of a week. So, and they call me in every couple of months. So it's like nothing too crazy. But yeah, like most of the work I do now is in LA, and time management wise, thankfully I have an agent, so they help a lot with that. And Google Calendar is very helpful.
Alrighty. Now, speaking of, also you do your own side project, which is insane, is KG Films. You have over 170 million views on your YouTube. What does that mean for you as like a fan of anime that runs a YouTube channel that also voice acts and somehow has gained a really good following online?
It's weird. It's weird because like when I started YouTube, I was in high school. I want to say like either a freshman or a sophomore, and it's 10 years later. And I never, like, I was always like, and please no one look these videos up. But like 10 years ago, I was like, I kind of want to do like voice acting or whatever, like blah, blah, blah. It's kind of a cool passion project. And I did like my own fan films and crap like that. But and now that I'm doing it professionally, it's so weird because a lot of people online have the misconception is like, oh, I'll only ever be like an aspiring actor, or like I'll only ever be an abridged actor or a parody voice actor or a comic dub actor, whatever the hell you want to call yourselves. But I don't think that's true because a lot of people like have gone from online to professional voice acting. It just depends how determined you are to learn the craft and improve. Perfect example is my friend Anthony Damasio. Like he's just starting. The thing is, he's just starting out at Funimation, but he's gotten to record stuff for Borderlands. He's in a new simuldub that aired last season. Michelle Rojas was directing it. She was directing that show, and he was one of the leads. So it's just slowly but surely. So it's really cool to see that this like new wave. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Alrighty, and kind of wrapping things up, are there any upcoming projects you want fans to know about at this time? We have a hint of something potentially coming out on January 16th?
Yeah, so I have a lot of projects coming out this year. A lot of them I can't talk about, but there's one project I can talk about coming out on January 16th. It's on Netflix. It is the Ninokuni the movie, and I voice one of the leads. His name is Haru, and I'm really excited about it because I've never... Yeah.
Level 5.
Yeah, it was so cool. So I was just like, whoa, wait, there's a movie? So the fact that I got to be a part of it, like I remember when I got the audition, I was just like, I'm not gonna get this. And I just played him like a classic comedy best friend bro type. And I'm like, oh, you got the part. And I was like, my time has come.
It's my time to rise. So is there? So that's the only project we've got coming out shortly.
That I can talk about. Yes. Keep an eye out in April.
All right, heard it here for April. All right, now, where can we find you online, and what message would you like to give to all the fans who've been keeping up with you for the last 5-6 years?
I would say you can find me on Kaggy Films pretty much on everywhere. Kagggy Films on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. You can find me on there through Kagggy Films. As for messages to anyone following me, thank you for your tremendous support. To any aspiring voice actors, hey, I'm here. Like, I did it. Like, if you really want to do it, if it's something you're truly passionate about, do it. But if you're studying to be a doctor or whatever, don't drop out of college. I did it because I didn't want to animate anymore. That's different. And I also didn't want to pay $40,000 a year. But, yeah, don't drop out of college. Doesn't mean that.
All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you so much. Thank you.